Hi, Michael. Thank you for accepting the invitation for our podcast do Centro de Competências para a Informação Geoespacial, and welcome here. Can you introduce TeroMovigo and explain how the idea for the company came about?
Yes, first of all, thank you for the invitation. So, many years ago, I was a scientist together with a colleague. We were working at a university and we had a lot of projects in countries in Africa and Asia related to GPS and with gravity. And these projects became more numerous and we thought maybe we can do this full time. And then at the same time we had some friends who were working in a topography survey company who also wanted to start their own company. And we joined forces, and in 2017 we created TeroMovigo.
TeroMovigo, how did geospatial data become the central solutions that you developed?
Yeah, so when we were working this as scientists, we already were working with geospatial data. So it was only natural that when we created the company, we'd continue using this data. So it's mostly GPS, also a bit of gravity, and then also we work nowadays with drones also. So these are also geospatial data. So these are really our main points that we work in our company.
What are the main sectors then that benefit from your solutions? Can you tell us?
Yeah, so we have two main markets. One is national, and that is more with drones, and then we map the survey, we make maps. That can be for city halls who want to improve their maps, and also private companies, like they want to construct a new highway, but then they need to know the roads, how the land are above it, so we survey that. Or cadastre, then we need to know our parcels of land, who belongs to what. So this is our national market, and it's a lot of geospatial data, all these maps. And then we have an international market, which is more for governments. Like here in Portugal also, they are moving to GPS. You have these permanent GPS stations, but a lot of countries in Africa still don't have a network of permanent GPS stations. So the government makes this network of GPS stations, which then can be used by their surveyors for mapping the country. So this is the basis. And so these are, internationally, we are more working with governmental agencies.
There has been any recent innovation in use of geospatial data that you have incorporated into your projects?
Yes, so we are now with drones. We are measuring the Earth's gravity field, and this is quite new. So geospatial data, it's not only the shape, how it looks like, but also the gravity field of the Earth is also falls on the geospatial data. And so this is now our novelty that we, first of all, there are not many companies who measure the Earth's gravity field. And secondly, we have now this innovation to measure the Earth's gravity field with drones.
Can you explain a bit of what the use of that measurement of gravity fields?
Yes, so all your heights are a bit related to mean sea level. You have Sierra de Estrela, it's measured above mean sea level. But where is mean sea level? If you go there to the mountain, there's no sea, so you don't know how height. So where is mean sea level there? How do you measure the height? So then if you measure the gravity field, then if there's a big rock underneath, all the water gets pulled to it and the mean sea level is higher. And gravity will also be higher. So if you measure the Earth's gravity field, you can compute where mean sea level will be over the land. And that's what we have been doing. Like in Seychelles, we had a project to mean the mean sea level there. In Qatar, we also made the mean sea level model for them. It's called the geoid in technical terms, but it's the mean sea level over land. And we're now doing that for Dubai. So this gravity field is also geospatial data is one of our specialities.
Okay, this is in somehow it helps to improve sustainability and natural resource management.
Yes, because it improves their map. It's only the vertical component, but it helps to for the government to have better maps. So they know where is all the height, and the maps improved. And on the other hand, we also do then the permanent networks. We had projects in Nigeria, also Seychelles and Colombia. And then it's also for the horizontal components. So that also improves for these people to know where is everything, and then so this is improves and improves the mapping and the decision making. Yeah.
Okay, in decision making, how can you explain us how your solution improves that decision making to governance and businesses?
Yeah. So for Portugal, it's the most easiest. You have a lot of city halls. They want to know where are my parcels, who belongs to what. So we go with the drone, make some maps, and then we also go into the field and know where are all the boundaries, and then we present this as a new map, and then they know all the exact boundaries of the parcels, who belong to that, and that's very helpful for the city halls to make the planning about the land to use and for the future. And it's the same when you construct the highway, and you need to know how to build it, and you make a map. And so this is nationally, it's our maps always are very useful for the people.
Okay, thank you. What are the biggest challenges you face when working with geospatial data?
The challenge, one of them is really if you are working with this old data. So also in Portugal, you have data from the 60s or before, which is still on paper, and then they want to know, okay, where is it now? And then what was in the past here can be there, and so they don't know exactly how to transform old data into new data. And this is the same as in Africa from colonial times. You have still maps that are very old, but then they will go into the field, yeah, but where is it? So this transition from historical paper maps and going it to now is still a big problem, and so this transition from the old information to the new information, and still a lot of work to be done.
Okay, and what advice you give to startups or SMEs that are looking to integrate geospatial data into their businesses?
I would say if you are looking at only meter accuracy, it should be okay. But if you go to centimeter and millimeter accuracy, it becomes very complex. So they should be aware that you need to be careful, and you need some additional study. So if you have some satellite data and you think, oh, this is perfect, and then you have to be careful that sometimes there are errors in the positioning, and then you have to know about the reference frame, and you need to know a bit more about geodesy. So you have to be careful when your errors become less than a meter. Then you have to do some more study, and that's some warning I would give to startups. If it's more than a meter and you don't care about the accuracy, it's okay. But if it becomes less than a meter, you have to be careful.
Okay. How do you see the future for geospatial data sector? And is there any emerging trend that TeroMovigo is following up?
Well, it's a bit not related to us, but it affects us, is that there are no students studying this topic. In the United States, it's also a problem. Here in Europe also. I know from Holland also, there are no students working in geospatial data. While on the other hand, this is more and more used in digital services. There are Google Maps, street maps, and reference frames. So on the one hand, you have less people studying it, and on the other hand, the market needs more people. And even in Coimbra, they have a lack of students now, this master student. So this is, we need to somehow transmit them the message that
to visualize them.
that it's very important, and that's an emerging market, and mobile, your mobile telephone has maps, and it will be used for everything. And there is a lack of people who
working
know really
on that
about
area.
this topic. And so that's one of the things. Also, if we need people, we look for them. It's hard to find people to hire who really know about the topic. So that's one hand, the trend that there is less people. And the other hand is that drones are really becoming more and more used. So the other emerging topic is really that drones will become more and more everywhere flying. And then I hope that also the law will follow it. We get more and more rules for flying drones, and I hope that this So that will be also, on the one hand, drones will be more for the geospatial data, but on the other hand, the rules are becoming stricter. So I hope that this goes.
They find the momentum.
Yeah.
Yeah. Michael, thank you for your time, and I hope you find new students and new professionals for your company, and keep going with geospatial data in your future.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.